Coming up, US midterms yield shock results, anarchy on Twitter with blue check subscription rollout, 2022 World Cup actually starting because fuck workers' rights, and attempting to trap a robber in a house. Greetings and welcome to the Chort Show, where we just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. News. The US midterms are wrapping up, and what was predicted to be a red wave has turned out to be more of a pink ripple. While the Republicans and their unofficial kingmaker Donald Trump are projected to attain a House majority, the Democrats have retained control of the Senate. This was confirmed after Catherine Cortez Masto won the Nevada senatorial race. A Senate majority will greatly facilitate President Joe Biden's agenda, which revolves around further worsening the border crisis, going on dates with Xi Jinping, and spending more money to spend money on spending money. Firings, cuts, and half-finished features. Twitter has been in a state of absolute anarchy as the rollout of Mr. Musk's $8 a blue check program has led to a drastic surge in verified parody accounts. Twitter has therefore rolled out grey checks for authentic accounts as a means to combat this paid posturing, a posturing that has proven to be wildly entertaining. This Coca-Cola admin probably took truth serum, as did the Nestle admin. Anyone who buys bottled water anyways is a lowlife. Tesla decided to expose the truth about 9/11. George Bush was probably driving the car. President Biden was hard at work, no pun intended, of course. And finally, Nintendo released a brand new Hamas skin for Mario. Get some more inclusion and diversity going on. Inshallah indeed. US transport officials have caught a man trying to smuggle a gun onto a plane by hiding it inside a raw chicken. That's right, custom officials cracked the foul plot after spotting the gun's paper packaging protruding from the chicken at Florida's Fort Lauderdale Airport. Where else but Florida? INS expert Mo Lester is on site at the moment. Now, Mo, is this find out of the ordinary for the US?
Not at all, Sebastian. The officers have found things ranging from a chainsaw stored in some hand luggage in New Orleans, a hand grenade found in New York, a meth burrito found in Houston. So these things happen relatively often.
I am conscious you uttered the words meth burrito, but you are supposed to be at the airport right now.
Indeed, Sebastian, that is where I am currently.
No, you're clearly on a beach right now.
No beach here, Sebastian. Tough to clearly hear you with all the planes flying over right now.
Okay, you are literally on a beach sipping a cocktail, Mo.
These planes are really loud.
Tell me, Mo, what does this story highlight about gun safety in the United States?
It's all the Republicans' fault.
That was White House expert Mo Lester. And now, your sports news.
Yo, my guy. Yo, you know what time it is, man. Come on.
Do I?
World Cup.
Come on, lads. It's coming home. It's coming home. All right. Who do you support, that, by the way?
The US of A. Like, who did you think I was gonna frickin' root for? Zimbabwe or something?
Well, that would be impossible, considering one, they aren't in the World Cup, and two, you probably have no idea where that is.
Bro, it's in the South, North Asia, Africa. It's in Africa.
Right.
Yo, what's up, dudes and dudettes? My name's Thad the frickin' Chad. As y'all already figured out, the world's biggest sporting competition is starting Sunday. The 2022 Soccer World Cup in Qatar is launching with the host nation Qatar playing Ecuador. So, a pretty big clash of these two South Asian heavyweights, eh? The final will be December 18th, but until then, it's time for the group frickin' stages, in which we'll have some pretty interesting matchups, Dusky.
Well, what's on the schedule besides, stoning some more homosexuals?
I mean, you got England-Iran as the second game of the tournament.
Oh, please. Well, we'll absolutely clap those Iranians. They're too busy starting a revolution right now anyways.
Germany-Japan is scheduled for November 23rd.
Will that be like getting into a fight with your ex, except your ex is a fascist?
Tournament faves Brazil will face off against Serbia on November 24th. Just the same day I have my freaking STD exam.
Brazil. Did your summer spin on and source me some of that Brazilian flair now, will you? Come on.
If you wanna be my lover,
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my... Since when was Spice Girls Brazilian, you knob? Is this a bloody EDM remix of God Save the King? Listen, Osama, if you don't find me a bloody Brazilian song... There you go, that's more like it. Fuck off, Thad. On this day. Good day, mate. Cup of tea? No thanks, Dr. Griffiths Jr. The only thing I'm thirsting for at the moment is some historical knowledge from you.
Well, perfect, because I've got the thing just for you, Sebastian. Ladies and gents, my name's Dr. Griffiths Jr. and on this day, in 2008, the stunning movie Twilight premiered in Los Angeles.
No, Dequeefus, for fuck's sake.
What's the issue, mate?
Gosh, no one cares about the premiere of a movie about a bunch of bold, attractive teenagers running around sucking each other's blood and having children.
Okay. Fine, I understand. It's not your cup of tea, mate. Let me just see here for a second. Right.
We're in a studio right now. There's nothing to...
Listen to this. On this day, in 1970, the first ever computer mouse was patented.
Well, there you go. That's interesting.
I mean, who doesn't use computers nowadays, right? And yet, I doubt many people know the name Douglas Engelbart. Do you, Sebastian?
Oh, God. Wait, get the no. Sorry, were you talking to me?
Well, let me tell you this, mate. Without Douglas Engelbart, we wouldn't be fucking having any computers. I mean, this bloke was an absolute scientific unit, mate. He invented all sorts of key things, like the computer mouse, right? Joysticks, trackballs.
How about you track these balls? Huh?
Light pens, hyperlinks, the multiple window display.
Now that's a biggie. I mean, I don't know how I'd be able to hide my crippling bath salts addiction without this handy little window switch.
Baths? What are those?
Do you have a picture of this chap's mouse, Dequeefus? Computer mouse, of course.
Here you go. The fella made it while he was at Stanford, with a simple carved wood casing and a button.
Is this a joke?
What?
Dequeefus, that's clearly a bloody butter box with a built-in soap dispenser. I have one in my fridge. Gosh, you're utterly useless. It is unquestionably wrong, yet we've all probably done it at least once before. It's one of the world's oldest vices, yet it's still as prevalent as ever. No, I'm not referring to practicing CrossFit, but rather theft. Rupert, Proud Spotting investigates. Theft. A crime that has been around ever since Eve stole an apple from a tree. Most of us have already experienced theft, yet very few of us can claim to have looted the Temple of Jerusalem in 70 AD. There are levels to theft, and one type in particular strikes fear into the hearts of those who possess a functioning body. Well, that's a lovely house. Shame if anyone were to say, break into it. Robberies are becoming an increasing concern for property owners around the world, with home break-ins up 113% this year alone. But statistics can only tell so much, which is why I decided to put them to the test. Now what we want to try and do is use your house as a massive trap. Did you hear that? The robber needs something to attract him to the house. Yeezys. Check the counts, check the... Wait! And it seems Rupert's gotten himself into a real pickle there. The entirety of the report will be out on Sunday. So subscribe and click on that bell to make sure you don't miss it. Of course, shalom, losers. Oh, what is this? What is this song? This is so good.
Maybe that's a little bit more like slow.